Alright folks, we got our green beans that we just picked, and we're going to do some canning on them now. First thing we're going to do is give them a good rinse. Make sure we get all the dirt and the pests off of them. We got quite a bit of ants out there this year, so I want to make sure that we're giving them a good rinse down and washing. Now in here we've got our rattlesnakes. You can see them by their striping, and you can tell the greasy beans are a lot more greener than say the half runners. We're just going to mix them all together, give them a good rinse, and then we're going to string them and snap them. So what I like to do after I've washed my beans real good, I like to sit here at the table, put a towel out and lay all my beans out. If you watched the last video that we did when we canned our beans, we had a whole table full, so this probably ain't a third of what we had before, but we're going to still go ahead and get these snapped and strung and get these put up. Okay folks, well, we got our green beans snapped and strung, and we got them about an inch or so. You snap these just a little bit smaller than we did the last time, but we're going to just can these mixed together. We're not going to separate them into the different varieties. That way when we cook them, it'll be a surprise. It'll be a little bit of a variety in the can. So we're going to do this a little different though. We're going to raw pack these instead of actually blanching the green beans like we did in the previous video. These are going to be raw packed, so it's going to be just a little bit different process than what we've did before. But we still like to get our jars hot, so we're going to put our jars in the oven. We got the oven set on 200, but we do that for about 10 minutes. That's just the process that we do for sterilizing our jars. And once they're done, we're going to go ahead and get the pressure canner warmed up. We got our water that we're going to boil, and then we got our lids over here in this water that we're going to be boiling as well. All right, folks, we got our water boiling. We're going to get our jars out, start packing our jars. I always like to keep my jars, my lids hot when I'm doing any pressure canning. We'll get our teaspoon of pickling salt. This is a half teaspoon. So we'll grab 2 of these. Fill it up just above the shoulder right there. Right there. Get us a lid. Wipe the mouth of the jar off. Hand tighten it. And it goes in the canner. And repeat the process. Normally I would wait until I had a full canner of beans to package, but I hadn't done the raw pack, and I wanted to show you a different way that you can can green beans other than the blanching process that we did before. But we got 3 quarts in here. We're going to get this thing sealed up. Once it builds some steam up, once the steam starts coming out of the vent up here, we're going to let it vent for about 10 minutes to ensure there's steam in there, and then we'll put our 10-pound weight on like we previously did on the other green bean canning, and wait for the wobble. And once it starts wobbling, we'll adjust our temperature on our burner, and then we'll process these for 25 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. All right, folks, you can see the steam coming out. So we're gonna let it steam off for about 10 minutes, and then we'll put our weight on. All right, we've been letting it steam for 10 minutes. Careful when you put the weight on. Now we're just gonna let it build pressure. Once we start to see the wobble, we're gonna adjust our burner temperature just to keep the wobble good and steady. All right, there's our wobble that we're looking for. That's telling us that we got the right pressure on the canner. We're going to start regulating it and turning our burner down. We'll start with about medium high, and we'll keep adjusting it down. Usually we get down to about 3 or 4, and that's usually a good spot to maintain it. So the timer starts now, and we're going to do this for 25 minutes. We'll let all the pressure release out of the canner. We'll open it up, put our jars out, and put them underneath the towel. All right, folks, that's 25 minutes. We're going to turn our burner off, and we're going to set it off to the side over here. Let it start cooling down. Once it's cooled all the way down, what we're looking for is this pop-up valve will go down. Once it's down, all the pressure's off, we'll take the weight off, and we'll open the canner up and set our jars off under the towel over yonder. All right, folks, our pop-up valve just went down. A little bit of pressure left. And also, when you open your canner, make sure that you pick the lid up towards you. That way, if there's any steam, it doesn't hit you in the face. All right. Three quarts of raw packed green beans canned to go along with our other green beans that we canned by blanching. So cover these up with a towel, keep the cool draft off of them, and wait for them to pop. And that's how we raw pack our green beans for canning. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.